What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Real Fans FC. And today we're talking about CONCACAF World Cup qualifying once again. But today we want to break it down by players that we think really need to step up for their team entering the September window. Or just, we don't even want to specify the September window, but just for this World Cup qualifying campaign in general throughout the rest of the year. Who really needs to step up for their nation and really help push them to make it to whether it be their first World Cup ever or a repeat or whatever it might be, try to get over that hump to make it to the biggest tournament in the world. Will, I'll bounce it over to you first.
Yeah.
Give us your first player that you think needs to step up for their nation.
Interesting one, dude. Yeah, I'll start off with Group A, man. Listen, I got two names in here. Obviously, I'm going to go with one of my guys, and then I'm going to go with share a little bit of love to him, even though I don't want him to win, but I'll give Guatemala a shout. But I'll start with my guy first. Like I said, this is a name. A lot of people love to say it. Listen, this is Thierry Henry's boy. This is the guy to the man of the hour, Aquaman, baby, Cecilio Waterman. I think Cecilio, this is not just crucial these games, but these moments. What type of player is he going to be? And I don't just mean that in goals aspect. Obviously, he's one of the leading goal scorers on this team right now. From the list that we sent out this morning that Tomas Christensen called up. So big things from Cecilio. Aquaman, I need him to show up. I need him to be here. Listen, man, he's my screensaver. I got him on here. You know, I love him to death. He's been incredible. There's been so many moments. He's made me like just fall into tears for this team and absolutely just want to kill for these guys. It's incredible, you know, to see what he does. And then also, obviously, on the other side of it, moments of despair, moments where he's ghost, you know, and it's a little bit harder for him. But I have all the faith in him. I think he will be the starter. It's looking like it. He obviously has the more experience over at Tomas Rodriguez. So we'll see. We'll see. But he needs to have a big moment. He has to have a big shining moment. And then the other player I want to say from Guatemala in Group A is just looking at it, and I had two of them, but I'm going to roll with one more, is a Rubio Rubin. And not to keep it on the nines, but this is a guy that had a solid summer. He played well, looked well for them. You know, Rubio Rubin, obviously a former U.S. men's national team player as well, now playing over in Charleston Battery. You know, I think he's doing well, okay, but a player at his level playing internationally, you know, you would expect him being a little bit more. So I think these games are huge for him. Obviously, it's critical for Guatemala to play good, and obviously he's going to be the starter for them. But also, not only that, see what move he can take from here. You know, what could be a trampoline move from this? So.
Yeah, I said for Panama, pretty much whoever's going to play striker. I mean, it's hard to tell because Christensen he'll play one guy and then he'll play another guy. It's just it's been a rotating circus for years now. And I just put whoever's going to be the striker.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever's going to be the striker, they need to step up. Like somebody, whether it's a Tomas Rodriguez, whether it's a Cecilio Waterman, whether it's a Jose Fajardo, whoever it might be, someone step up, do something, make a change, say, hey, you know what? I don't want to be a part of the problem anymore. I want to be the guy who helps the team, bangs in goals consistently. You need to step up. There's no other time, like you said, this is one of the most important qualifyings for Panama because you are now coming into it as the favorite to make the World Cup.
Yeah. Yep.
Step up. Be somebody, bro. Like, fucking be somebody. Like, somebody, like, wake the fuck up, put your foot on the ball, and let it hit the net. Like, somebody do something. And then my other one for Guatemala, I will say the same thing. I actually had him written down. I said Rubio Rubin. I thought he had a really good Gold Cup. The only thing that I believe he really needs to step up on is when it comes to that higher level opposition, which is going to be you guys. Because he looks great. He looks great against Jamaica. He looked great against some of the lower level teams. He had a good game against USA, so I'll give him that. But I want to see more from him when it comes to... I want to see him push that upper level of echelon to kind of really compete with you guys on that level. Because I think Guatemala defensively has actually looked pretty solid. At least what we saw in the Gold Cup. I thought they kind of held their own against every single team they've went up against defensively. I just need to see more in the attack. Rubio Rubin, he did look great at times, but I think he's gonna have to give that extra little umph to kind of give her that hump if Guatemala wants to get a direct qualification, if that might be, because they have to upset you at some point if they want to do that. And that requires somebody like him to not just score, but also chance create, whatever it might be, because we all know Guatemala is not super deep. So this guy, he like I said, he's looks good. And then even in his what we've seen from the USL, I was going through his last few games. He's had a solid start to the season so far. Well, I forgot. Since the Gold Cup, he's been on a solid run. The calendar's messing me up, but you know what I mean. Since the Gold Cup, he's been rolling. He's still keeping his consistency going. So if he can roll into next week, Guatemala could be a team you got to be careful about.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's what I got for Group A.
Yeah, I like that. I like those shouts. Like you said, obviously with Rubio Rabin, interesting one for sure. But Group B, I know this is Julian, you and I, we already talked about this pre-video. We can't just nominate all of Jamaica. we can't say the whole island has to show up. No, listen, all jokes aside, I'm gonna go with the layup answer on them real quick. A guy that's got to show up, and he's got to show out, man, because he hasn't. He hasn't done it. He hasn't really done it in his club level in the past couple seasons. You know, it's been interesting. Obviously, he's making a big move, and you know who I'm about to say, Leon Bailey. This is a guy for Jamaica, big name, Leon Bailey. You say it, you love it, you're proud of it, you know what you're bringing to the table. He just, and Julian, you can back me up on this. It just seems that not only is he obviously lacking that sense of passion, it feels like, but he's lacking motivation, he's lacking heart, he's lacking drive, he's lacking any sort of consistency, if you could even say that, because he hasn't been consistent at all with Jamaica. So listen, these obviously we've already stressed enough on this channel before. These are some of the biggest games. These are the biggest games of their lives. These are not Copa America qualifiers, nothing like that sort of nature, not Nations League, not Gold Cup. These are World Cup qualifiers. And Jamaica has not a realistic group. They have a favorable group. They have a group that they should win. They should demolish.
They have the best group.
They have the best group. They have the best group. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You got to see Leon Bailey step up. That's a big one. I'm going to go with a little bit of a hipster pick here on this other one. I don't know if you're going to like this one. I'm going to go with my boy Chung, who's got his first national team call-up to Curaçao, a former Premier League player. Obviously, he plays with Luton Town. Obviously, they got relegated after that Premier League season. If I'm not wrong, they are in Championship. Can you help me, Julian? I believe they are.
The what is?
Luton Town is in Championship.
Leon? Yeah, they're in Championship.
They're in Championship. So, yeah, interesting, dude. Like I said, he's half Curaçaoan, obviously, half British. His roots are coming from Curaçao. I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome that he's going to be playing in this. I know Jamaicans, I know Trinidadians don't think this is awesome. I know they're probably not liking this, but I think it's good, obviously, as a whole for CONCACAF. But in this exact moment for Curaçao, I think this is huge. I genuinely do think that first game when they get off the bat right off against Trinidad, I think this could be a difference maker. I really do. I think the pedigree that he brings to the field is going to be a lot. We'll have to see. Obviously, it's still CONCACAF at the end of the day, but I'm going to go with Chong for that one.
Yeah. As for Jamaica, I'm going to go Damari Gray. I think Leon Bailey, because he's the biggest star for Jamaica, and he's from the island and everything, he gets a lot of the flack. He's been the most vocal about the national team and the how the federation runs it and all this other stuff. But somebody who really flies under the radar, who's just been consistently underperforming, is Damari Gray. This guy had a terrible Gold Cup. He hasn't honestly looked good. I personally, correct me if I'm wrong, Jamaica fans. I know you're out there and you're watching for sure. Let me know when's the last time you saw Damari Gray really take over a game and play really well, because I haven't seen it personally.
Yeah.
If you can go through the record books, point one out to me, let me know. But me personally, from what I've seen, this guy's just been a straight disappointment. And he's only getting call-ups because there's not enough depth there for somebody else to kind of take that spot. That's somebody to me where, at least Leon Bailey, he's had his moments with Jamaica. He did score in the Gold Cup. He has his moments. And I do agree that it's hard what you make because everybody needs to step up. Everybody needs to wake the fuck up
Yeah.
and say like, yo, like we're here to play. Like, let's actually show the strength and the quality that we actually have. But if I had to pinpoint one guy, I got to look at this Damari Gray guy. I mean, this guy has just been consistently like I keep on hearing about like how great he was and like he was playing in like Saudi Arabia and all this other, and I'm like, dude, I need more, man. I need more. I need you to do it for your actual like crest on your chest. Show me, do something.
Yeah.
Now, as for another team, I want to bring up Levi Garcia from Trinidad and
Mm,
Tobago. I know
mm.
some people are going to say this is a layup one to
I
say,
like this one.
but I
I like
think
this one.
this Trinidad and Tobago team is not very good. This is one of the weaker Trinidad and Tobago teams in a long while, and this guy just happened to be a part of the wrong generation, sadly,
Unfortunate.
because you give this the Trinidad and Tobago team from like 2018. Oh man, and you got this Levi Garcia.
Ooh. Yeah.
That'd be a scary team, dude. That'd be a scary team.
Yep.
But he's going to have to absolutely carry this team if they want any chance to get direct qualification into the World Cup. And I've seen him play the last few games. Obviously, Trinidad didn't look too great in the previous Gold Cup, but he did get a goal. And then in World Cup qualifying against Costa Rica, even though Trinidad struggled, he was one of the few bright spots against them where he was a scary. He gave a lot of scary moments to us where him in transition is just one of the most underrated players in CONCACAF.
Yeah.
Like 100%. When you talk about like his transition play, how fast he is, his lethal ability, the way he dribbles the ball, like this guy is completely underrated. No one talks about him. I think he would make a lot of rosters in CONCACAF. This guy's really good, and he's going to absolutely have to just grab a big ass hiking backpack like he's climbing Machu Picchu.
Yep.
And just carry them boys up that railroad up to the top to go see the Machu Picchu.
Yeah.
Like,
his backpack.
So, yeah,
I'm thinking. I'm gonna be real, Julian. I'm thinking he's gonna need a cooler. He's gonna need a massive igloo backpack, like you said. While you're on it, dude,
tent.
throw a tent in there, dude. You're gonna need some food, some supplies. Listen,
MREs, bro, some MREs.
Your teammates sure as hell are gonna need some water bottles. So go ahead and stack some of those bad boys
some
in
spam.
there. Some spam, dude. Listen, he might as well just throw a freaking house at this point. I like the Levi Garcia shout. It's huge. I will say on the contrary, not like disagreeing with you, but to say an advocating point, it seems as if like, he's done already so much. And like you said, dude, this guy was switched at birth. I feel so bad for him. It sucks, man. Obviously, the guys that he has around him, the pieces are just not there. I think Dwight York realizes that, and he tries to utilize him to his best of ability. But it is tough. It is really tough. But yeah, no, I like that pick. I like that. But Group C though, Julian, I'm gonna let you do the favors, or if you want me to, I'm good.
Just go ahead. All right, I just went.
Okay, I'm good with that. All right, I'm going with the quick one. I'm gonna go Costa Rica, Group C. This is a guy. Before I say the name, he's had solid performances. This summer looked okay. Um, it's a guy that not only it feels like when you think of Costa Rican football right now, this current generation, he's a guy that comes to mind. But he's a guy that I genuinely feel like, he can be a difference maker. Obviously, when that opportunity comes, he's taken some moments, he hasn't, and it's just been interesting to see. But I'm gonna go with Manfred Ugalde on this one. I just feel like I said this summer, obviously he was solid overall. Some people want to call him the penalty god, whatever it may be. But listen, he's still converted. He still looked dangerous and threat. Obviously, he's one of the biggest pieces on this team. Obviously, it seems like he's a little bit more fresh to the national team. I know there was a little bit of some issues with some of the previous coaches before now. So, but this is obviously arguably, like I said, one of you guys' best players. It's no question about it, no doubt about it. Obviously, he is the goal scoring threat whenever you play any sort of team. So, and I say that in the essence, not in the way of, oh, the pressure is huge on this guy. He's a mentor, he's a leader on the team in that aspect. But no, he's the difference maker. He is the key guy. He's the guy that's running balls in the midfield. He's cutting passes off. He's pushing up on defenders. He's playing hard. He's making corner kicks. He's doing everything. He's doing the dirty work for you guys. And on top of that, he's playing a striker role, obviously behind whether that's an Alonso Martinez or whoever we'll see. But I think Manfred, this is huge for him. Obviously, didn't get to play in the last World Cup, didn't play in any of those qualifier games. Like I had mentioned, had a little bit of a fallout with the coach, but this is his moment now. This is really where it's going to be on Manfred. And then I'm going to go a little bit hipster. I'm going to mix it up, and I'm going to say Nicaragua, Brian Bonilla. Listen, an older guy, a veteran, kind of different from Manfred. This is a guy that's kind of been around in the system for quite some time now with Nicaragua. He's played World Cup qualifiers. If I'm not wrong, I was looking at a little bit earlier today, Julian. This is his 4th World Cup cycle of qualifiers for Nicaragua. So shout out to Brian Bonilla, man. Very impressive. Wow. So we'll see what he does. Take that with a grain of salt because obviously the opponents that they're going to be playing are a little bit more favorable against them. But, Brian Bonilla, man, if there's ever a time to step up really and keep on going for his national team, and he can, he's done it in the past, it'll be now. So, Julian, what do you got?
For Costa Rica, I'm going to go Brandon Aguilera. This guy was supposed to be the chosen one a couple years ago. He was the highest rated talent out of the country. He was getting looks everywhere. He played well in the CONCACAF U20. He was one of the youngest players to ever start for the national team. It was a part of the qualifying run, was actually a part of the 2022 World Cup, just never saw minutes. This guy was supposed to be the next coming of Brian Ruiz. He was supposed to, he got a transfer to the Prem and all this stuff. And while at the club level, he's been playing decent. He's been playing well. He's in Portugal now. He's a starter, playing consistently. When it comes to the national team, it was like the moment the tides changed and he had to be the guy, he couldn't be that same guy anymore. Because when he was 18, 19, 20 years old, and he wasn't starting, but he would come off the bench, man, that guy was an enigma. He looked great. He was creating chances. He had beautiful set pieces. But the moment that old generation was finally pushed away after the 2023 Gold Cup, and he was supposed to step in and be that guy, be the new Brian Ruiz, kind of take over the spot of Celso Borges, he has just been absolutely ghost. And he's gotten chance after chance after chance after chance. And it's hard because there's no one behind him who can play that exact role that he can play. And this is, I really think this September window is it for him. He has to step up because to bring back a player that you just mentioned, Manfred Ugalde, I think the reason why Manfred Ugalde is so crucial and why you see him pull back so much is because he doesn't have somebody like Brandon Aguilera who's supposed to be feeding him and giving him the service.
Yep.
So he has to go there and be that chance creator for Alonso Martinez up top or Josemar Coser or whoever it might be. So Manfred's now playing this false nine, all this other stuff, which he always kind of is. And Brandon the dude needs to step up. The fans are over him. I mean, the pressure, I don't know if it's just the pressure like you saw from like you get like in Mexico and stuff. It's like everybody's expecting this guy to be something, and now he's like trying to do something. And the weird thing is, and you probably agree with me on this, Will, it's not that he's playing bad. He's just non-existent, which is bad in its own right.
I was about to say that.
It's not like I'm seeing like crazy mistakes or like, yeah, but it's not like it's like crazy. It's like you don't hear his name. You know what I mean? And like, that's a problem. Yeah. It's like, it's not bad in the sense where it's like, oh, this guy he's making another mistake. He got a red card. He's, all this other stuff. It's like, no, you're not going after the ball. It's like he's playing safe. And it's like, I think for this World Cup qualifying, he needs to prove that he deserves to be on the World Cup team and be a starter on that World Cup team. And Lord knows the nation needs it. So, and then as for my other player, I actually have two players in this group. But I'm going to go with the more, I guess, hipster pick. I'm going to go Haiti, and I'm going to go Perot. Perot was a guy in this Gold Cup where if this man finished his chances, dude might have been Golden Boot. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, the amount of chances that this man had
would have been close.
And just absolutely blew it was insanity. It's like, bro, you got the yips or something? Like, yo, Babe Ruth's not pitching to you. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're okay. And especially in that Saudi Arabia game and the USA game, like all those, it's like Haiti actually as a team wasn't terrible. They just couldn't get the job done. And they're now getting a Fafa Picault back, who should be next to him in that rotation, who's going to help provide service, help take the pressure off him. This is time for Perot to be that guy you're supposed to be, bro. You're getting older. This is probably going to be your last chance to get Haiti to that World Cup status. You got to do something. You got to make a difference. Be that threat that you're supposed to be. This guy is a underrated striker. We're just talking about like Levi Garcia. Perot's another one of those. Dude is an underrated striker in this confederation, and he needs to make a name for himself. He's already, I think he's pushing 30 years old or something. But this guy really needs to make a difference for Haiti. He needs to put these chances away because he's going to get them. And especially in this group that he's in, where he has Honduras and he has Costa Rica, two teams that are going to be very defensively solid, more so than Saudi Arabia or USA. You're not going to get as many chances.
Nope.
So you need, and you got Keylor Navas in net. So you need to take advantage of the chances you're going to get.
Yeah.
So, and then my last one, this one's kind of a layup one. I don't know. I know you didn't mention Honduras at all, but I'm just going to go Luis Palma. This guy is supposed to be your lead guy. He didn't start in the Gold Cup games. He came off as a sub in almost every game. He did get a goal in one of them, the Curacao game. Good for him. But was absolutely non-existent in the other ones. I'm sure in the Panama game, he didn't really bring much. The Mexico game didn't bring much. This was your golden goose, Honduras, and he needs to be that guy.
Yeah.
Now he's left Rangers. He's playing top flight in Poland for whatever that is, and already got eliminated from the qualifications for European play. He needs to step up and be that guy. I haven't seen him step up and be that guy since Honduras beat Mexico at home. Since then, I haven't. I don't know if you've seen him perform well, but I haven't since that game. Because that game, he was a difference maker. Like, I remember watching that game and like, this guy is different from the rest of the team.
Yeah.
He's different. You can tell like when a guy's got it or not. He had it. That's just long gone now. It went down the drain. It's like floating down the river. Forget about it. You lost it. The paper's gone. The note's gone. You can't find it. No one knows who you wrote it to. The bottle's on the other side of the planet. That's what Luis Palma is.
Yeah.
He's a bottle you threw into the ocean to try to hope you get to the new world.
Yeah. Yeah. He's been like you said, dude. Listen, I don't know if it was that home crowd fever. I don't know if it was, girlfriend was watching on the sidelines that night, whatever the case may be. Luis Palma Luis Palma was that guy. Now, I will say, I'm not 100% sure. I do want to shout out and respect Luis Palma. If I'm not wrong, his grandmother did pass away, I want to say the night or the day before. I can't remember, before that Mexico game. Obviously, dude, he was very, very close-knit with his grandma. Rest in peace to her. I thought that was obviously a really beautiful story. He dedicated a goal to her as well. Like I said, I think he scored like 2 that night. He was, like you say, he was lights out. He was incredible. It's been a hard road for this guy. Injuries have tackled him. Fans have not been on his side. You can see a lot of even teammates aren't exactly the most hype on him as they used to be in the past. It just seems like it's been a tough road on Luis Palma. Listen, I don't have anything personal against the guy, so I can't really, not gonna dig into him or anything. Like I said, he's a fan favorite. I will say, to me, he's not my favorite. Obviously, I'm not a catracho, but I do like seeing the guy play well. So hopefully we'll see how he does in these qualifiers. The Pirot one,
big Luis Palma guy. Well,
big
Luis Palma guy. Got his jersey and everything.
If you want to say that, we'll see. Definitely not at all. Not even a close bit.
You know what
we'll see.
You know what I'm thinking, and we'll end it here, is just Luis Palma and Brandon Aguilera, from at least a national team perspective, are almost the same. Where it's like both these guys were supposed to be the next wonder kid for their nation, and they had moments where they shined, but they just like after that they've just been ghost.
Yeah.
And like nowhere. And the only difference is, I'd say, obviously Brandon Aguilera is having a more successful club career.
Yeah.
But in terms for the national team, it feels almost the same. But I didn't know that about Luis Palma. I didn't know he basically pulled off a Brett Favre that game.
Mm-hmm.
If you get the reference, you get the reference.
Yep.
But
I got it. Hopefully y'all got it. But yeah, like you said, dude, we'll keep it going.
But yeah, I want to thank everybody. If you made it to the end of this video, we greatly appreciate it. We got more CONCACAF World Cup qualifying in the books. I'm probably going to do some live streams soon. I saw a couple people asking in the comments. So I know Will can't handle the pressure of being live.
Listen,
so maybe I'll do some solo streams. So if you guys are interested in stuff like that.
Yeah. I was just going to say real quick, Julian will handle that, guys. I'm not doing live streams. I'm not. It's not that it's not my thing. Not that I don't want to do what y'all and Julian and Adam would love to, but not for these games. I got to lock in. But Julian's got it.
Not for the Panama. What about we got Honduras, Haiti. That's gonna be a fun one.
Would you do it for Costa Rica? Let me ask you that.
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. To be honest with you, like it doesn't bother me.
Y'all let us know what games you want us to do.
I don't know.
Drop some games down, y'all. Drop some games.
Yeah. If you made it this far, drop some games. Obviously we got some big ones. So if you want to see some, maybe if Will doesn't show up, maybe he'll be in the chat. Maybe Will joins the stream from the chat.
I'm gonna talk crap from the chat.
But yeah. But yeah, guys. Like I said, keep a lookout for that to make sure you get notified. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And yeah, we will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everybody.